London Toy Fair at Olympia. We have got a huge stand where we're featuring all of our new products for 2020. So that's Hornby, Scalextric, Airfix, Corgi, Warlord. We've actually got a brand new stand for steampunk as well. So it's the first key trade show of the year, where we get to see all of our national buyers who are interested in the brands and placing orders. So here we've got all of our centenary products, starting off with the tin plate loco at the top, which relates back to the 1920s. It goes down in era order, so we then go into the 1930s where we've got the Nigel Gresley Hornby 00 train set. Everything relates back to the era in terms of sort of look and feel, so the packaging is unique to when it came out originally. We've got our Duchess of Athol, which has been incredibly popular. We haven't introduced a die-cast body in over 50 years, so that's been extremely well sold. And then we've got a range of die-cast vehicles as well. The Rocket has definitely been one of the biggest sellers, so this is our limited edition model, and then we've also got a main range model too, so the loco and coaches are almost exactly the same. We have the Evening Star, which comes with a nameplate, and then we've got various other products going all the way down to our Airfix train set.
So if you like, this is the first day of the next 100 years, isn't it? Yeah, no, the thing is, I'm always excited about toy fairs. It doesn't matter necessarily whether it's 100 years or not, but I just think it's great. You meet people you've known for a good number of years. You only meet them once a year, and you meet them here. And it's the usual conversation, how are you, how are you doing, how's the family? And you know, it goes from, oh yeah, they're 2 years old now, to, oh no, they're married and they've got, you know, 3 children. So it is a bit of a social thing as well.
And you had good response to...
We've had a brilliant response, but it's not just Hornby and the 100-year products. It's right across the range. You know, we've got some really exciting products in Corgi Scalextric, especially. You know, with Back to the Future, you know, the DeLorean, the Fools and Horses. So we've got a lot there. Airfix, yeah, you know, Vulcan and so on. So great, even down to some new paint pots in Humbrol. So there's a lot kicking off in really all the brands. And I would like to say we have a really strong Beatles range now, not just with Magical Mystery Tour, but with the Beatles Yellow Submarine set and pack and coaches. So yeah, I think it ticks a lot of boxes at the moment. Yeah.
So this show is key for sets. So a lot of our national customers are mainly interested in buying Hornby sets. So we've got Sunset Express, we've got the Highland Rambler, Industrial Freight, all the way through to our new Flying Scotsman Set, which is new packaging. Contents are exactly the same. Obviously, it's got a nice look and feel, very bold and eye-catching.
Batman vs Joker spark plug set. So the really cool thing about this is it comes with 2 dongles instead of 2 hand controllers, which you can connect to your smart device. And then you can pick your character. So you can pick Batman, Joker, or if you wanted, you've got Harley Quinn, Robin, Nightwing, Penguin. So all those characters you can choose from. And then you control your speed through your smart device. And then you've got the ability to boost yourself, restrict your opponent, or you can smash them off the track. So the idea is there's added gameplay in the app. So you get 10 lives, and every time you come off the track, you lose a life. And then the first person to lose all their lives loses the race. So it's very different to normal Scalextric, where it's like first to 10 laps and kind of that kind of thing. So I think this is a really exciting set, plus the cars are really, really cool. So we've got our new Pro Platinum set here as well. So this is the ultimate bells and whistles set of Scalextric. So it has 4 cars in it, it's got digital racing, so you've got like your lane changing, it's Art Pro technology. So this is very much absolutely everything that you could want from a Scalextric set in one box, basically, which is really cool. We've got a really cool film and TV range this year, so that includes these Only Fools and Horses cars here. And yes, this does race on a Scalextric track really well. Surprisingly, it doesn't go around the bends as well as maybe a 4-wheel car does, but it's still really cool to try and race. Probably not going to compete with the motorsport cars though, let's be real. And then we've got James Bond film coming out this year, so we've got the 2 cars that are in that film there with the Italian license plate as well. And then the coolest car, obviously ever, is this DeLorean time machine. If you can get it to 88 miles per hour, it does actually go back in time. So I'll leave that to you to test that. We've got my first Scalextric here, which is the entry level into Scalextric. This year we're introducing a battery operated set. So if you wanted to, you can take this on the train with you if you're going on holiday or whatever. So this is really, really portable, which is really cool. And then moving into micro Scalextric. So these all work together, so you can buy one, you can buy 2, and then you can merge them all together. But this one here, you've got really cool sets of cars. So you've got, I'll show you these. You've got a Batman and Joker set here, so you've got mini versions of the 30-second scale cars that you saw. You've got a little tumbler there, which is really cool. And then you've got Ryan as well. So Ryan is a huge YouTube sensation. He's absolutely massive with kids. So we've got this set here, which includes a police car and Ryan's little getaway vehicle as well, which is really cool. And finally, in micro Scalextric, we've got James Bond, which is this little box here. So this comes with the good car and the bad car. So instead of 2 Aston Martins, you've got an Aston Martin and a Jaguar there, so you can actually have a proper race, which is really cool.
got 2 different categories on this stand. We've got Airfix itself, but we've also got this quick build area here. So these are been the best sellers that we've had the last couple of years in quick build. The VW camper van, the classic, and of course the Spitfire. Can't be Airfix without a Spitfire, can we? So they've been really strong. What we've learned from this range is that we can do much more with it. We've had a much higher demand on cars, so we're introducing a lot more cars this year. The I-Pace is the first one that's out, so this one is a complete one, as you can see. So it's all built by bricks. It's fabulous. When we launch that, which is in a couple of weeks' time, we'll actually be launching it in this new style box as well, which has got a much more sort of gaming feel to it, and stronger graphics, more suited to the age group we're trying to sell it to, which is sort of early teens, late sort of 10s sort of age, but we know the younger child will also go into that as well. We've improved the information on the pack. We've shown a diagram of the actual size of the vehicles. So one of the things we've learned from this is people don't actually realise how big these are when they're actually built. So what we've learned from this is that some youngsters are struggling to build this particular version. Once they get past the first part, they're away and they're fine. What we want to do is actually introduce another version here, which is a simpler to build version, but as you can see, it actually looks like the same thing as what the current starter set is, but that is a much easier build for youngsters to build. And then, because airplanes are supposed to fly, they look much more exciting in flight than they do sitting on their wheels. What we're actually doing is enabling the youngster to also put it on a stand, which has got this sort of shadow effect. So in that set you'll have the kit itself, the stand, 3 paints, the glue and the brush as the starter set is. So there's still painting involved and decals as well. So you still have that skill to learn and actually understand to continue the hobby. But they'll be able to get to that stage much easier without some of the frustrations that the current more sophisticated model has. Traditional classic Airfix category. The Vulcan we launched at Telford back in November, been fantastically received. We've already started to take orders on that. It's just such a well-known aircraft. It's a unique shape, etc. People know what it is. The Beaufort is going to be really, really strong, and probably in volume terms very similar to what the Vulcan is, maybe even better ultimately. Because it's just a great modeller's kit. There's so many interesting parts on it to build. It's not been done before. So yeah, we're already seeing some strong orders coming through on the initial one since we launched it. Saber is another new one that's coming through at the end of the year. So the 48 scale early Cold War fighter. Again, mass market appeal across the world. We're doing the Canadair version first, which is flown by the RAF, but also by the Canadian Air Force as well. So again, it's stretching the brand beyond the UK shores. So that's always a good thing to do. This at Toy Fair last year actually, and it became available in the summer, and it's done some really fantastic numbers for us. It's a great way of getting youngsters of 3+ into the Corgi brand. You know, the quality is fantastic. As you can see, we've got awards all over where it's been winning awards from various places you know, throughout 2019, so we're really sort of hyping that up. And then to the other end of the scale on Corgi, we've got the various collectors ranges. Aviation's still our biggest sort of collecting range category. We've got some brilliant models coming there. The Iron Deco, which was originally planned for last year, it's taken a bit longer to produce because the rigging has been quite a challenge for the manufacturer. But we're almost there now, so that's the first one that will be out in the spring. Bristol Fighter will be the other new tool for this year. A whole raft of Vanguard products coming through. We've got the Jags and Damers, which are new for this year. Again, delayed from last. Got an Escort Mark IV. Lots of people remember that as their first car, or maybe their first high-performance car in their youth. Doing camper vans, of course. You can never have too many camper vans, and the Corgi tooling has got a bit tired and a bit restrictive what we can do, so we're going to be introducing 2 new camper vans, the Splitty, Type 2 Splitty, and then also the Bay version as well. And we're also doing a TR6 as well as a new tool. So that's the highlights for that. We're extending the tank range a little bit as well. But the big news in the tanks in the small scale is that we've actually linked in with World of Tanks, which are the massive online game, of which there are millions of players all around the world, particularly in markets that maybe Corgi's not so well known. So we're going to use that license again to take the Corgi brand into new territories and new users, and make it a collectible and sort of toy-esque kind of range through that route.